What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be doing a full review and test ride of a 2019 Softail lowrider, the FXLR. This is coming from the Emerald Coast Harley-Davidson dealership in Fort Walton Beach, Florida, so huge shout out to them for letting me come and do this review and test ride. But first, a few specs before we get started. We got a ground clearance of 5.1 inches, a height of 45.5 inches, overall length of 92.7 inches with a wheelbase being 64.2 inches. Seat height is 27.2 inches. Front tire, we're looking at a 110/90 R19 with a rear tire of a 180/70 R16. Both the front and the rear brakes are single disc. We have a fuel capacity of 5 gallons, an overall max payload of 498 pounds. Dry weight of the bike is 633 pounds and a wet weight being 661 pounds. Moving on to the engine, we have a twin cam Milwaukee 8107, which is about 1746 cc's, putting out a claimed 110 foot-pounds of torque. This particular lowrider is a Stage 1 full upgrade with a Screamin' Eagle Extreme High Flow Breather, Screamin' Eagle Pro Street Tuner, and a Bassani Road Rage 2-in-1 exhaust. Other upgrades and features on this lowrider include a Saddleman step-up seat, a thrashing supply T-bars, Arlen Nest risers, and custom Dynamics LED signals. Now let's roll that intro and get right into this test ride. All right, you guys, we are here finally getting the chance to review this lowrider, and this thing is gorgeous. I am super excited to ride this one. I've been waiting to ride it for a long time. It's not the lowrider S. It doesn't have the dual front brakes there. That's one way you can tell. You can also tell because it doesn't have the gold wheels on it or anything. But it's got that Bassani exhaust on it. That thing is going to be sick. Really excited about that. Got the T-bars. These are thrashing supply T-bars. Don't know what air socket that is. I'm gonna find that out. But let's get on the road, man. This is a 2019, I believe. I'll get the things right in the beginning, but let's get this thing going. Woo! All right. Off we go. Oh man. Oh, that sounds nice. That Bassani, boy. Wow. That was impressive. Oh my goodness. I don't have the words to express how that just made me feel right now. That tickled a little bit. That was a good little startup. I'm not gonna lie. That one was fun. Oh, that roll off and that throttle sounds nice. This is my first time ever hearing a Bassani, and I gotta tell you that. Oh man, this is fun, man. I know it's not that lowrider S, and I'm not super into the silver, but man, this I love this bike. So far, very nimble. So this is like the older cousin to the Dyna lowrider S, or lowrider, excuse me. And of course this is a Softail, so it's got a monoshock underneath, and whereas opposed to the old school Dynas, they had the springs on the outsides, which is kind of disappointing, because like I wish that Harley never did go away from the Dyna, because that was just such a beautiful bike. Just such a classic club style bike, you know what I mean? And for some reason, like, this bike doesn't really sell that well over in our area. I have no idea why, because it's a baller bike. There's a lot of Sportsters and a lot of road glides. It's funny how like the two major different extremes, you either have a nice big touring bike or you have a little Sportster. Nothing wrong with a Sportster. My wife rides one. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, first of all, welcome. And if you're one of my subscribers, thanks for coming back and checking it out. I'm really excited about this bike. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but if you're new to the channel, we talk about bikes, motorcycles, things that bring me happiness in life, things that I enjoy doing. And I'll tell you what, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button if you enjoy these kind of videos, that really helps us out a lot. It helps the channel. We're a new channel, and we're really trying to get up in the algorithm to you know, help other people enjoy motorcycle content as well. I'm just going to be honest with you, you know, this is I can't grow without the help of you guys. And also as a token of my gratification, I'm hitting, once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away a GoPro Hero 9 Plus, and you can see that video somewhere up in the top left or right of your corner, top right of your corner where the cards go. There we go. I'll put a little video up there so you can check that out. But we're going to get on with this bike review, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to be going on to a different little area. So you guys stay tuned. We'll try to open up the views a little bit, all right? I'll be right back. All right, we are back here on this road called 399. I used to live off this road whenever I was a wee young lad. It is actually a little bit more scenic than Highway 98, actually, when we get on the other half of this. So enjoy the ride a little bit while I talk about this beautiful lowrider softail. Is that a solar field? I don't think I've ever noticed that there was a solar field out here. That's amazing. Anyway, back to the bike. These thrashing handlebars, man, these are sick, dude. I had no idea that I would actually enjoy these this much. Like, I absolutely love the way they look. Kind of has that telescopic look to them, and they're super freaking comfortable. I had a chance to ride the bike for about 20 miles now before I got back on the road. Dude, look at that, it's another biker. What's up, man? See you on your bad self. But just in the first 20 miles that I've ridden it, so this has a saddleman seat on it, and I don't think it's broken in yet, but it's not really that uncomfortable, to be honest with you. But I could definitely see it getting a little bit more uncomfortable until it breaks in. I think they have like a 500 or 1,000 mile break-in period, something ridiculous. But they also say once they break in, then your butt will thank you. For size reference, I am 6 feet, about 193, 192, and if you could see my knees, they are just above the gas tank, and I really wish I had forwards. I'm not gonna lie, but that would be the first thing. Oh, that's so much better. I can feel how tight my knees are right now just from stretching my legs out. Like, that's so long term, that would definitely get old for me real quick. Another con is right here where the shear, God, I cannot say that word. Right here where the gear shift lever is, it's a little bit of a reach to shift up. Watch this. And I'm going to shift up in 3, 2. Like, I really have to articulate my ankle up. Like, you can see how my heel already drops on the foot pegs as it is, but that can be adjusted. And also, you know, with forward controls, that would just be for my personal preference. You know, if you're somebody that's probably, you know, in the 510 range, that might be the kind of the upper end. But, you know, some people also prefer the mid controls, especially if you wanted to turn this into like a stunt bike. You know, stunt bikes typically have this step-up seat that I'm sitting in right now. That's the saddleman seat that's on this. It's the saddleman step-up, so those are pretty popular with stunt bikes. And it also has like a nice lumbar support in the lower part. Like, I really feel like I can get a lot of back support in this bike just by leaning back. The torque, yeah, it's there. It's 100% there. And that Bassani pipe sounds amazing. That 2-in-1. Well, the 2-in-1 is basically you got the 2 cylinder heads that come off the bike. So you got the pipes that come off the cylinder heads, the front and the rear, and then it merges into one, and then goes out to the back, as you saw in the beginning of the video. Depending on who you ask, usually they say that 2-in-1 pipes have a little bit of an extra power advantage. I don't know how much of an advantage. I would have to see the dynos for that myself. But this bike, this is nice. And I know it's not the Lowrider S, and I wouldn't be a real YouTuber unless I rode a Lowrider S. But I can also see why people are drawn to them, man. I wish more people were drawn to them, because it just has that super solid club look to it, you know what I mean? And this is a Memphis Shades Road Warrior fairing, and this is aftermarket, obviously, and you can see where it's mounted down here. Look at the mounting brackets, and that's actually a quick disconnect too, so you can take that on and off as you need it or don't need it. And it has solidified the fact that, yep, I am going to get me a Road Warrior from Memphis Shades for my Breakout, because, you know, getting up to speed and highway speeds and stuff like that, it was blocking the wind perfectly. It did its job. It absolutely did its job. So I'm going to end up going with one. And if you're in the market for a fairing, highly recommend checking them out. I'm not getting paid by Harley or by Memphis Shades to do this review or to tell you what you should get for your bike. I'm just saying that I've been eyeballing them for quite a long time now, and I'm definitely going to get it. Listen to these pipes. Listen to this. Let me downshift. How beautiful does that sound, man? It sounds like a dang chorus. And this is also a stage 1. I should have mentioned that earlier. So what a stage 1 is, if you don't know, is basically exhaust and an upgraded air intake. So you got your performance air sucker right here, and then the Bassani exhaust would be the stage 2 part. Or excuse me, it would be the completion of the stage 1. Stage 2, you would end up putting a cam in there. Stage 3, for some reason, Siri wanted to have a conversation with me. But anyway, stage 3 would be that's where you start increasing the size of the cylinders and stuff, and then adding, basically boring out the engine at that point onto a stage 4. There's more power, more smiles. I'm considering stage 4ing my Breakout, but I think the biggest I would be able to go to would be like a 119. I have to double check on that. But anyway, this lowrider is awesome. I like the tack. This is my favorite kind of tacks. I'm not a huge fan of digital tacks. If you saw me do the review for the Street Bob, I prefer analog. It just has that more, I don't know, it just has like a more natural feel to me, I guess. I don't hate them, because this right here also has your digital, you know, your mile ticker counter or whatever. Odometer, there we go. And then you got your gas gauge. Then you got your gear, what gear you're in. Going over the controls on the left side, you got your left indicator. You got your high beams and your low beams. You got your trip marker right here that whenever you press it, it goes through all the different settings. So trip A, trip B, you know, range, time, your mileage. It's got 588 miles on it. And then back to trip A, got a little horn right here, a little cute little beepy. And on the right hand side, you got your stop. I accidentally pressed it. You got your engine start, your kill switch, and your turnover switch, and your hazard lights. And then you got your right indicator. Pretty basic, standard, especially for Harley. Harley tends to keep things very simple. So funny story, whenever I was learning how to drive as a kid, when I was 16, I had a little 94 Chevy S10 that I was riding with my stepdad on. And this turn right here, I almost flipped that truck because I didn't realize when it says 25 miles an hour that you should probably slow down well before that. I remember slamming on the brakes in the middle of the turn, and then my stepdad was like, yeah, let's pull over right here. We are turning around. And he took over. I think I'm becoming like a Softail aficionado or something, because everything that I always end up going to is either a Softail or like a Road Glider or something. The Sportsters just aren't as comfortable for me. I love the look of the Sportsters, but I'm just too tall for them. I look like a giraffe riding a tricycle or something. Alright, you guys, I want to go take this thing back to the Harley dealership, grab my bike, probably run up to Whataburger and grab me a spicy chicken sandwich, because I've been a good boy this week. But alright, well, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give me a like, and then comment down below what you like and what you don't like about the lowrider. I'll tell you, if you had a 131, that would make me like it even more and seriously consider trading in my Breakout for it. And if you like the content, go ahead and consider subscribing, man. I enjoy making motorcycle content for you guys. I enjoy the fact that other people like it. And I love the fact that I can contribute to the motorcycle community, and want to continue to see this community grow even more. So hit that like button, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, so what Revsanity is up to in the future. But until the next one, you guys have a good one, all right? Peace.